Greetings, beautiful people. Welcome back to Find XYZ. If you are new to this channel, please subscribe. We are still on the road to WASSCE 2026. Let's try this question. You have been given the marks of 40 students in an examination, and the marks are shown on your screen. We are tasked to use the intervals of 20 to 29, 30 to 39, 40 to 49, and so on to construct a frequency distribution table for the data. Additionally, we are going to draw a cumulative frequency curve for the given distribution, and then we are going to use our curve to estimate two things. The first one is the upper quartile, and then the pass mark if 31 students passed this examination. Let's dive in. Now, because we have raw data listed, we need to arrange this data into the given interval. And what is the interval? We have 20 to 29, 30 to 39, 40 to 49. I will encourage students to arrange these marks systematically into the intervals. So I have my class interval, then I will need my tally, then my frequency. So what is the first interval? We have 20 to 29, then 30 to 39, then 40 to 49. Where are we going to end our intervals? Now let's look through the marks. What is the highest score? The highest score is 93, so it means that the score probably was out of 100. So I'll continue with 50 to 59, 60 to 69, 70 to 79, 80 to 89, and then 90 to 99. Now, we have 40 students, so it means that whenever you are done arranging these values, you are supposed to get a frequency of 40. Take note, immediately whatever we are doing doesn't match up with the total number of students. It means that we have to go over again. In order to avoid errors or to minimize errors, we have to move systematically. So watch how I am going to arrange these values. So the first number is 51. I'll cross it out. And where does it lie? It lies within the interval of 50 to 59. Then I'll make a mark. Then the next number is 86. 86 is between 80 and 89. Then I will draw a mark. So 78 falls within the interval of 70 to 79. 57 falls within the interval of 50 to 59. 46 falls within this interval. 48 also falls within this interval. 66 falls within this interval. 72 falls within this interval. 38 falls within this interval. 93 falls within this interval. 81 falls within this interval. 77 falls within this interval. 68 falls within this interval. 93 falls within this interval. 81 falls within this interval. 77 falls within this interval. 21 falls within this interval. 71. Then when you get 5, you cross it out. Then 43 within this interval. 61 within this interval. 51 within this interval. 63 within this interval. 64. Then I'll cross it out. 74 within this interval. 58 within this interval. 44 within this interval. 53, then I'll cross it out. Then 88 falls within this interval. 64 falls within this interval. 50 falls within this interval. 82, then I'll cross it out. 35 falls within this interval. 72 falls within this interval. 22 falls within this interval. 45, then I'll cross it out. 43 falls within this interval. 33 falls within this interval. 91 falls within this interval. 58 falls within this interval. Then 56 also falls within this interval. Now let's count the tallies. This is giving us 2, this is giving us 3, this is giving us 6, this is giving us 8, this is giving us 6, this is giving us 7, this is giving us 5, and this is giving us 3. Now let's verify whether our summation of F is giving us 40. Remember, I told you that whenever you are done, verify whether the total number of students is still 40. So 2 plus 3, that will give us 5. 5 plus 6, that will give us 11. 11 plus 8, that will give us 19. 19 plus 6, that will give us 25. 25 plus 7, that will give us 32. 32 plus 5, that will give us 37. 37 plus 3, that will give us 40. So it means that everything is on point. Then because we are going to construct a cumulative frequency curve, we need two things. We need class boundaries and we need cumulative frequency. Now with class boundaries, what we are doing is that you realize that from 20 to 29, whenever a student score, let's assume the student score 29.5, where are we going to assign such a student? You realize that there's a gap, so we need to close that gap. What we do is that because 29 to 30, the gap is 1 and we are comparing two numbers, so we divide it by 2. That will leave us with 0.5. So we'll subtract 0.5 from the lower class limit and add it to the upper class limit. Exchange is no robbery, right? So this will give us 19.5. Then the 0.5 will add it to 29, that will give us 29.5. Then when you subtract 0.5 from 30, you are going to get 29.5. You realize that the upper class boundary of one class becomes the lower class boundary of the next class. That is why it is a boundary, because this class will share the same boundary with the next class. Then the next one will be 39.5. Then we repeat 39.5 to 49.5. Then I'll repeat 49.5 to 59.5. Then I'll repeat 59.5 to 69.5. Then I'll repeat 69.5 to 79.5. Then I'll repeat 79.5 to 89.5. Then 89.5 to 99.5. Then cumulative frequency, what we are going to do is that we are going to add the frequencies cumulatively. So we are going to start with 2. We add frequencies above. What is above? We have 2. So 2 plus the current frequency, that will give us 3. So we have 5. Then what is the frequency now above? That is 5. So I'll bring the 5 plus the current frequency, that is 6. And that will give us 11. What is the frequency above? 11. And what is the current frequency? That is 8. So I have 19. What is the frequency above? That is 19 plus the current frequency, which is 6. That will give us 25. Then what is the frequency above? That is 25. What is the current frequency? That is 7. When I add this, I will get 32. Then what is the frequency above? 32 plus the current frequency, which is 5. And that will give us 37. Then what is the frequency above? 37 plus the current frequency, that is 3, is equal to 40. Now watch this. The last cumulative frequency should be equal to the total number of students that took the examination. That is 40 students. So we are going to plot only the upper class boundaries. Take note, why are we going to plot the upper class boundary? So for example, in the class of 19.5 to 29.5, we have 2 students within that interval. Now because we are adding the frequencies cumulatively, it answers the question how many students scored less or equal to the exact number. So when you use the upper class boundaries, it is assumed that that will be the equal, and any number that is less than that will fall within that interval. So take note of that. So we are going to plot the upper class boundaries, and then we are going to plot the cumulative frequencies. The upper class boundaries will be on the x-axis. The upper class boundaries will be on the x-axis, and then the cumulative frequencies will be on the y-axis. So this is what we are going to use to plot the cumulative frequency curve. We are only going to use the upper class boundaries and the cumulative frequencies. Because we are not given any scale, we can choose any convenient scale. Let's go to the graph. I'm going to choose a scale of 2 centimeters is to 5 units on the y-axis. The reason is that will help me plot all the points on this graph. So I'm going to start from 0, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, and then 40. This is for cumulative frequency. Then on my x-axis, I have my upper class boundaries. In other books, you might see mark less than. Don't write 2, write any of these. So let me draw my horizontal line, then let me draw my vertical line. Now I want to break this line because I'm not starting at 0, so this is not a true 0. Then I'm going to plot my upper class boundaries on the x-axis. So I'm going to start with 29.5 on this line. So 29.5, then 39.5, then 49.5. Please make sure that it is exactly on the line. Then 59.5, 69.5, 79.5, 89.5, and then 99.5. Then we are going to plot these values. We are going to plot the upper class boundaries against their corresponding cumulative frequencies. So 29.5 corresponds to 2. However, because we use 2 centimeters to 5 units, it means that we are going to divide 5 into 10 equal parts. And when you do that, each step will be 0.5. 2 lines will give us 1, 1.5, and then 2. So 2 will be here. So that is for 29.5 and 2. Then 39.5 and 5. So on this line, make sure it is on the line. It matches with what? 5. So this is the point. Then 49.5 matches with 11. So I have 49.5, 11. So 11, 11.5. So 10, 10.5, and then 11. Then 59.5 matches with 19. So I have 59.5. So I have 59.5 and then 19. We can start from 20 and count 1 unit down. That is faster. So 19.5 and then 19. So this will be 19. Then 69.5, what is its corresponding cumulative frequency? That is 25. So 69.5 matches with 25. That is exactly corresponding to that. Then 79.5 corresponds 32. So this is 30.5, 31, 31.5, 32. Then 89.5 corresponds to 37. So we have 89.5 matches up to this is 35. So 36, 37. Then we have 99.5 matching up to 40. So let's go and mark 40. So this is the one. So we have all our points laid down. It is now time for us to plot the curve. Please do not use a straight edge. I'm saying it again. Do not use a straight edge. Use your free hand. Okay, we are not doing GKA, we are not doing arts, we are doing maths, but make sure the curve passes through all the points. So that is our curve. To the next part of the question. Since we have been able to construct our curve, we are asked to use our curve to estimate the upper quartile. Now, quartile means that divide your data set into 4 equal parts. Upper means that we are going to pick 3/4 of the data. So upper quartile is 3/4 of your frequency. So this is CI upper quartile. So that is 3/4 of the total frequency, that is 40. Then that will give us 4 goes here, 1, 4 goes here, 10. So we have 3 times 10, that will give us 30th position. So we are going to look at the 30th position and trace it to get its corresponding x value. 30 will be exactly on this line, and we are going to trace it till it touches the curve. Then once it touches the curve, we trace it downwards, right? So this is the upper quartile. They have to be lines to show that you are using the graph to estimate the value. Then you realize that it falls within the range. So please, 69.5 to 79.5, the interval is 10. It means that every single line is 1. Take note of that. The class size is 10. So let me write it here. The class size is 10. So it means that every single line is 1. So we have 70.5, 71.5, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76.5. So we can say it is 77. So the upper quartile for this exams is equal to 77. The mark. So if somebody gets 77, the person is within the upper quartile. That is for the upper quartile. Then the second part of this problem, we are supposed to estimate the pass mark if 31 of the students passed. Now listen closely. If 31 of the students passed, it means that how many students fail? Now the total number of students in a class is 40. And if 31 are passing, it means that how many will fail? So we take away 31 from 40 and that will give us 9. So it means that 9 will fail. Then we are going to use 9 to estimate the pass mark. Is that okay? Good. So let's go on the graph. So 9 will be here. Then we'll draw till it touches curve. Then we'll trace it down. This is the pass mark. So what will be the pass mark? This will be 39.5. So 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45. Then let's say 46. This is an estimate. Okay. So it means that the pass mark for this test is 46. So the pass mark is 46. That is the pass mark. All the arrows must be on the curve because we are using our curve to estimate. So the pass mark for this test was 46. That is all I have for you. If you found this helpful, kindly leave a comment, share this video to all your friends, and I'll be back with another video. Until then, I'm out.